Hello and welcome to Rule the Waves 3, playing as France, starting 1890 on Super Large. We have made it to episode 37, aka August 1922, month 13 of our war against Great Britain, with a little bit of Spanish assistance. Things are going steeply downhill for the British. The Royal Navy has a core of battleships left, but all their other forces are depleted. Battle cruisers are spent, light cruisers are trashed, destroyers are whittled away into nothingness, and they are now sitting blockaded on their island, watching me gobble up their little colonial empire. So let's jump in. So here we are. Beautiful map as always. Let's take off the invasion rings. Uh, Gibraltar has fallen. I can build a fortification there just because. Malta has fallen. I am now invading Libya. Then I will maybe to Jamaica or go all the way over to Hong Kong. See if I can grab that before things close down. We'll see. Could be forced to accept a peace very soon. I'm sending a light force over to the Caribbean, see if anything comes of that. The British have no forces, there are no ability to send forces, so yeah. I don't have a lot of things building, but I have still managed to keep this batch of 4 powerful battle cruisers, although they are, I would say, more of a fast battleship concept. They are not the fastest battle cruisers, but they are definitely heavily armed and decently armored. They can stand in the line for a little while if needed. So, turn. This is one of my colonial cruisers from 18 something on patrol duty. I don't really think this will lead to anything, but by all means, let's. Oh, what happened? There it is. I did not get an allied unit, so it will. If I find anything, it will probably just get sunk. Unknown ship sighted. Nowhere. Oh my god, we are very far from anything. The weather is clear and many hours of daylight. Yeah. So we will run, but we will get sunk. I should perhaps put a cruiser or 3 on patrol duty. Yeah. Let's. Okay. Sink me now, will you? It has some belt, you see, so it's maybe not that easy to sink. Down to 6 knots, okay. Yeah. Fine. I did light damage, it's not important. No, we don't want another battle cruiser. Night ops for Zeppelins. Improved torpedo bomber. Yeah, we don't have any torpedo bombers. Libya is invaded. Rebellion in Morocco continues. Sunk sub, some trade. Northern Europe. West Africa. Okay, I'll consider sending someone on trade protection, I promise. They only have. Oops. No. AE. We only have 2 of these colonial corvettes, cruisers, thingies, corvettes left now. 2 have been sunk in this war. A great tragedy. Such beautiful ships. Set invasion target. Working up. Uh, okay, let's see. Northern Europe, Pluton, trade protection. West Africa, yeah, okay. Move Africa. Fleet support and turn. What's up now? The Caribbean has no. Brilliant. Raid on merchant shipping. It declines. Convoy attack. I can do a convoy attack. I like a good convoy attack. Oh my god. 6 battleships, light cruiser, destroyer, some Spanish. I may add 1 ship. Okay, add 1 ship. Oh, it's working up. Let's just add a battle cruiser. Probably gonna be destroyers. Oh, it's in the daytime and it's calm and overcast and okay, yeah. So we have 7 battles, 8 with the Spanish. Is that a good one? 12-inch, yeah. Not horrible, not good. Unknown ship sighted, squad max. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder how many destroyers the British were able to bring. Probably more than I did. Okay, let's just do this. Here comes the convoy. There are the principals. Let's do squad max. Renown, old, more modern, but I mean, yeah, doing some capping of the T. Let's go down and kill the one. Will detach and curl around to the east. This will go down. Oh. This is what I don't get. It is literally a few hundred meters off the bow of a major enemy warships. I didn't move it there. It moved there of itself. It has torpedoes and it chooses not to launch. This I find extremely strange. Oh well. This can't see anyone. Seems strange. So it's suicidal in its maneuvering, but it will not launch torpedoes. I don't get it. Same here. It's bordelais. Moving at 29 knots, they should be hard pressed to be able to hit me with torpedoes going, well, not much faster than that, even at short range. I mean, it could happen, but it shouldn't. I haven't sunk 6 ships yet, actually. This Tribune here is very brave. Can that Tribune just die? I'm such a... This happens every time when I have a huge advantage. Finally. Okay, yeah, it survived. It has TPS 1, but it doesn't have as much flotation as a battleship, of course, so TPS 1 on a light cruiser is not the same as TPS 1 on a big ship. Two prestige, and we have 0 unrest. Battle of North Atlantic. Enemy gains blah blah. I see no reason to stop. I mean, if the AI wants to stop, then fine. No, that makes sense. Okay, allowed value 20. Let me think. We don't actually need anything as such, but I mean, Ireland, kind of like a carrier in the middle of the ocean. But I don't think we sort of require it in any sense of the word. We didn't actually take Libya. No, we didn't take Libya. Maybe we should take Libya, or we can take Libya later. None of these are especially important for us. I mean, we could take Grand Bahama, could take Bermuda. To sort of have a foothold. But monies, that's also nice. These are very cheap though, so Falklands, I don't see any value other than bragging rights, having a base in North American Nice South American East Coast. None of these are valuable to me. Zanzibar, I guess, if we want additional bases in. So that's 16 points in war reparations. Yeah. Spain gets sail on. uh, Considerably reduced. Okay. Improved director. Great stuff. Great stuff. Save, of course, and copy game to my keys slot. Probably need to think a little bit, reorganize, figure out what I want to do with my life. Now, I mean, these are great air bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have excellent cover of this area now. And in the not so distant future, I will be able to invade Nova Scotia if I want to. I can invade everything here. With the Zanzibar location, I can invade this location as well. Yeah, we never got to Hong Kong, but we can do that sometime later. Regarding Ireland, if I was Germany, I would definitely take Ireland, both to deny air bases to Great Britain, but also to give myself air bases. But here I have Brest, Cherbourg, so it's not 100% needed. So that's the thinking behind that. 16, that's I have a much better base resource now, so that's totally worth it. So Zanzibar is a nice location. These are also very nice vacation spots. So, and if I get into a war with Great Britain again, I want them to have some spots for me to grab. But I'll pause here. I don't think the episode is over quite yet, but I need to gather my mind. So let's start by putting everything into reserve. We have no aircraft carriers, so all ships and air bases. New Providence. We seem to have inherited an airbase with size 20. Yeah, why not? We can expand upon that one later. We are building Malta, Gibraltar. We will build some fortifications in our new territories eventually. We have these coming out in 3 months, so that should really take care of things. I think we will call this yeah, I will reorganize things somewhat. These will be mothballed, definitely. These will also be mothballed. Aconites will definitely be mothballed. Oh, wow. These can be reserved. Reserve. This can be mothball. Air groups. They're costing way more than they are worth. Change the number to 8. That will save quite a bit of money. think that is sufficient for now. It's just high, medium. I don't think I ever will be fighting Austria-Hungary again. Yeah, that's more reasonable. Best fire control, yes please, yes please. Rebellion continues, Spanish rebellion. That is no. All good here, I think. Yeah. Let's bring the guys home. This one goes to the Med. Caribbean guys go to Northern Europe. Mothballed. Pluton. Serb. Serb. Yes. Good for them. Wow. I don't think Germany wants to fight us. Yeah. Now you can see the tonnage on foreign stations kind of kicking in since we lost 2 of these. So we will take one of our faxes reserved for just this kind of eventuality. They are a little bit more expensive to run and building purpose corvettes, but I don't want to build these just to run them around for this very specific purpose. Aconite. All of them mothballed. This one goes into reserve. Reserve. Yeah. This one has so much experience, it hasn't reached poor yet, even on mothball. Torpedo. Yeah, let's just move on to January. Just some destroyer divisions turn. Japan. US and Japan are happy with one another, sure. Save, and we've reached 1923, and hopefully we will have another period of building, and my ships are done in 0 rounds. I think I will let this run for a little bit. We also need to rebuild some ships with better fire control. And I need to reorganize some of my divisions, I think. and I think it is actually feasible to build more docks. 41, 38, 54, yeah. 41 and a half, 47. Not needed, but why not? I think I can definitely afford it right now. Might put more ships into reserve mothball. Could put some of these 14-inchers into mothball, but we'll let it rest for now. Only a few hundred to save, so not a big deal. I'll be back when I have done things. Yeah, so did a little bit of reorganization here. These are my ships that are building. These are my divisions. 2 more battle cruisers coming out. They will fill out the empty slots here. Now, light cruisers, I have these at 29, and I have no longer 8 but 7 at 27, or actually 26 now. And of course my colonial cruisers, but they don't count. I have reorganized my modern destroyers, my 1500 tonners, into groups and assigned them as screens and also as support to my battleships and battle cruisers. I have all the minesweepers here, and I also have the old DFs down at the bottom here. I think I will they are very much second rate now, so I think I'll just refit them with some additional anti-submarine gear or something. There are 20 of them, so yeah, not horrible. Not sure why I put I can move one of the Mistrals to the other group, so they are even. Yeah. So that's it, really. I guess I could make it a flagship or something. It's definitely not important. So we need to plan ahead. Soon my 2 battle cruisers will be 4 battle cruisers will be ready, and we will have the most powerful battle cruise force in the world. Not in terms of number, because the US is outpacing us in number and in tonnage. We'll also have the biggest and bestest battleship. Oh no, wait, we are being outbuilt there as well. And we are being outbuilt in everything by the US except destroyers. Oh no, we have so many destroyers that are second rate. We only have about 80 that are actually effective. Not sure we have that many. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 66 modern destroyers. Yeah, after the war. So meaning we lost 12 then, I think. Yeah, we lost 12. Really? Was that all we lost? We lost 12 destroyers and 1 light cruiser to a torpedo event. Can that be possible? Or am I totally missing the point here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't trust this. This cannot be right. I had 80. Okay, yeah, but whatever. Not important. I don't have nearly enough. And light cruisers, we will build more of those. But the future light cruisers, they need basically triple turrets, so we have to wait for that. Above water torpedo tubes, no less than 31 knots of speed, anti-aircraft armament, blah 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 blah. We're not there yet, but we will get there. We also need more modern destroyers. We need them to have double gun mounts. We need them to have dual purpose. We have dual purpose, and so forth and so forth. So we're also waiting for some techs there. But the big thing is that I'm afraid to break it to you, but all our capital ships are they are not obsolete, they are obsolescent. The 12 inchers are also obsolescent, I would say, but the problem with 12-inch guns, they do extremely limited amount of damage. I don't really think of them as capital ship weapons. They are a weird place between cap ships weapons and the cruiser guns. I mean, yeah, sure, in the start when things even when shooting at the sort of 20,000 ton dreadnoughts and battle cruisers, the very first one, the Hexnauts and so forth, you have to pour an endless amount of shots into them, even unless you get very lucky. So the 12 inchers, very sad, but there is no hope for them. These few that have triples, all triples, they could, in theory, be upgraded to have dual heavier turrets. So that is actually a decent argument for building your ships with only triples. But that would be a massive rebuild, and you can never go faster than 27 knots. And at some point, this smallish deck is not sufficient. So basically, these are obsolescent, verging on obsolete. But these guys are also going to be obsolescent soon, and that is mostly a speed thing, I would say, because if we now look at, oh, they have no battleships. Okay. Not a good example. Oh, we're looking at sunk ships. Oh, dummy, yeah. See, already 24, 25, and soon the speed will creep even higher. And soon 25, 6, 7 knots will not be battle cruiser speed, but they will be, yeah, majestic 25 knots. It says 26 here, but it says 25 here. I don't know. It's not happening now or right away, but it is coming. So for our next batch of battleships, they have to be armed with at least 15-inch guns. They have to be considerably faster. They need more armor to withstand new guns. Yes, the AI has upgraded to 14-inch, but I haven't seen a single 15 or 6-inch gun, but they are coming. So slowly we will have to upgrade with more speed, better armor, heavier guns. So what we have now, that's not exactly brilliant stuff. It's good enough for now, but there is a reason I mothballed what I have mothballed. It's actually on its way out. On the other hand, it's like that period with going from pre-dreadnought to dreadnought. We cannot just scrap everything. Even 23-knot ships have a place in a sort of a battleship reserve. So these guys will be with us in one form or the other for many years to come. These could maybe be transformed into aircraft carriers. But one of the problems, if you armor your battle cruisers like I do with very thick belts, which have proven very effective thus far against 12-inch and some 14-inch guns, that means you don't get all that much free tonnage, and I haven't built them faster than 27, so even if you replace the engines at this point, you won't get a lot of free tonnage. So they are not great candidates for conversion. You can do it, but you very quickly end up with like 50 planes or something. Not super impressive. It's not a Lexington. This it's the same. You get a few extra planes, but not that many. And the costs of maintaining it will be very high compared to a dedicated carrier. So it's not a super good option. But I have in the past converted these 12-inch battle cruisers to carriers while keeping my 23, not 12 inches around. That is also part of the reason why I never build anything slower than 23 knots in the Dreadnought era, because then they become obsolete and cannot even make it into the reserve. A 21 knot Dreadnought is something to avoid at all costs, in my opinion, and you can never meaningfully maneuver or overlap the enemy or pursue or do anything that is useful in battle. So, and with all those lofty thoughts, I thought we might just have a quick look at some ship designs that I have mused. What can I do with my current dock size? And I have made the illustrious or illustri. I cannot pronounce it. And you can see from the hull shape that the game has made me sleek and fast now. It is nothing special, but I have, since we now have much improved fire control, I have found it useful to go down to 4 double turrets. That gives, with better accuracy, decent hit chances. We are still at those 15-inch guns, but we have plenty of ammunition. We also have lots of anti-destroyer guns. I could make that 160, of course, and we have heavy anti-A. We don't have light AA guns still, but we have plenty of tonnage. My deck is up to 3, which I think is sufficient for most of the game. I might do 3.5 eventually if I build some really big battleships down the line. I'm still at narrow slope. That could go all or nothing. I like all or nothing. I think that's some say that the hitbox for the sides of the ship are too big, but I honestly feel that you are saving a bit of armor and you're also making it easier on yourself because you're skipping that upper belt thing and yeah, whatever. But that, I think that's mostly a preference thing. But this would not be a horrible ship to build now to keep our foundries running. You can see armor belt is quite good, so we have a decent immunity zone. And oh no, what about your deck? No, but how often? I'm not fighting beyond 20,000 yards. Absolutely not. I'm fighting beyond torpedo range, but inside of 20,000. So I'm in this section where I am immune to anything the AI has still. And barring some lucky long-range shots, they are not going to penetrate my deck. And you can also see that this is a battleship, but it is now 27 knots, the same as my battle cruisers. So how are my battle cruisers? That is easily explained because I have an Aquitaine, basically the same ship, but yeah, 13 instead of 15 on the belt and the conning towers, 1 inch less on the turret, but same guns, but only a 2-inch deck. That is a pretty big difference. And my immunity zone against 15-inch guns is almost non-existent. But if we drop down to 14-inch, then we have some immunity at my favorite ranges. But I admit that this one is not fully protected, but it is no longer its role to be fully protected. But against, yeah, that won't do. But against 12-inch guns, anything the game has 12-inch guns? No. But to be honest, I would be more comfortable if I could do this with my good friend, the battle cruiser, but then I cannot, so I have to build up. So that's my thinking so far. Did I make any additional? No, did I make a destroyer? Yeah, I made a destroyer escort, but I'm not. I would not be opposed to this 4 5-inch gun. 4 3-inch dual purpose, 2 quad torpedoes, a little bit of ASV. We don't have throwers yet, but we have some tonnage here, and I can drop the spacious if I want. That could be a thing. We'll see. We have to build something, even if our tech isn't perfect. But anyway, we are reaching the end of this episode, so thanks for watching. We are at peace now, so in the next episode we will play out 1923 and 24. That's the plan, unless something weird happens. So thank you for watching, and see you again soon.